Hi, I'm Chris Johnston from Work Visa Lawyers. The release of the Australian Federal Budget has provided big news. There is further information in the press release from the Immigration Minister Alex Hawke as well. The planning levels will remain at 160,000 for 2023, but the distribution has changed. There's going to be more skilled migration, making up 2/3 of the program. The skilled stream will be increased to 109,900, more than 30,000 increase from the 2022 levels. There's also going to be less family migration, making up only 1/3 of the program. Looking specifically at the breakdown of the allocation, employer-sponsored, the 186. There's going to be 30,000 allocations compared to the 22,000 previously. The skilled independent, 189. There's going to be 16,652 compared to 6,500. This is a significant increase. In the most recent year, they haven't even used the 6,500. So now we're really moving up to a higher allocation. State and territory nominated. So this is the 190. That's increased to 20,000 from 11,200. Regional visas. That's the 491 and the 494. That's been increased, over doubled to 25,000, up from 11,200. Business innovation and investment visas, the 188. That's gone down slightly. It's now 9,500, whereas it was 13,500. Now this sounds like a fairly significant reduction, but I don't think the government has actually been reaching that allocation. Therefore, it probably won't affect things too much. Global talent. The global talent allocation has been cut to 8,488 from 15,000. So this sounds like a really shocking drop, and it is a significant drop. But you need to remember that in the previous year, even though there was an allocation of 15,000, they only granted just over 9,000. So this new allocation is really reflecting about the level they did last year. That said, the global talent visa has been getting very competitive and more difficult, and this won't help. Family visas. The partner visa for 2023 will be down to 40,500. And parent visas. There's been a significant increase in parent visa allocations. It's gone up to 6,000 from 4,500. While this is a big increase, the backlog of parent visas is very significant, and so I don't know if that increase will be enough to really deal with the backlog. Humanitarian visas. For the 2023 program year, the humanitarian program will be maintained at the ceiling of 13,750 places. Within this, an additional 16,500 places will be available for Afghan nationals, which will be allocated over the next 4 years. So that's really about deciding where those visas will go rather than increasing the quota. Also, there will be 4,000 places available for Ukrainians under the temporary humanitarian visa. The Ukrainians will have access to Medicare and work rights. Funding for the Immigration Department. The budget has decreased the funding for the Department of Home Affairs for each year over the next 5 years. With the funding going down each year, you have to ask the question, how will they be able to pay for and how will they be able to maintain services, especially with the current backlogs? Looking at the breakdown of the expenditure can be helpful. Currently, the Australian government spends twice as much, over $2 billion a year, on the management of unlawful non-citizens. This basically means detention costs. While it spends less than $1,822 million on managing the entire skilled program and citizenship program. So the obvious way to improve the budget on immigration is to spend less on detention. And then you'll have more for visa services and citizenship. The best way to do this would be to give those in detention that can be safely released into the community bridging visas and work rights. Therefore, they won't be a cost to the community and they'll be able to contribute to the community. Working holiday maker visas. There is an increase in the cap for working holiday visa makers, the 462 visa. There will be an additional 11,000 places available for backpackers. The reason that this is being given is because there's such a shortage of workers in Australia at the moment, and this should help address the shortages. So to summarise, the budget is good news for skilled migration. There is some reduction back to historical levels for partner visas. There is a small amount of increase for parent visas. There are many visa types and paths that you can choose for Australian migration. If you would like migration advice, then please contact the Work Visa Lawyers team. Please subscribe to get our future videos, and thank you for watching.